Hi guys, this is our stretch sesh level 1. So nice and cruisy, a really nice way to unwind and start working on your flexibility. So we're going to start on all fours, so knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, and we're going to do a little bit of cat-cow just to mobilize through the spine. So press your feet into the floor and then we're arching the back up like a cat. And then extending the spine, sticking the bottom out behind you and looking to the top of your mat. So we're going to exhale, scoop up, and then inhale and stretching out. So as you're exhaling, you're drawing your belly button in towards your spine. And then as we're extending, we're sticking the bottom out and drawing the shoulders gently down towards your hips. So curling up through the back and arching the spine, tucking the bottom under, and then stretching out and sticking the bottom out behind you, drawing the shoulders down. You should have your hands nice and wide on the mat, pressing through your palms and fingertips, and then lengthening out. I'm going to do that one more time. Curling up, and you can press your feet into the floor just to get a little bit more core out of that movement, and then stretching out. And then we're going to do a little bit of thread the needle. So if you come back into a neutral spine position, you're going to take your left hand and thread it under your right, and we're curling through the spine, rotating, taking the weight into this arm, and then unrolling and coming back. And we're going to go to the other side. So lifting the right hand, threading it through, twisting through the back, it feels so good, and then coming back to center and threading through to the other side. So left hand under, watching your hand that's threading through to put your neck in a nice position, and then coming back. There's a gentle drawing in of your core to support your spine in this movement. And then coming back to center. Now on this third one, we're going to take it down and we're going to reach and we're going to allow our shoulder to come down to the floor, and we're going to hold that position. So now I don't have much weight in that right hand. I'm resting through the head and the shoulder and just enjoying that rotation through the spine. So we're going to take a nice deep breath there and out. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to push up, thread through to the other side, reaching long, looking at your hand, allowing your body to just relax down now onto the head, onto the shoulder, feeling that nice stretch through the back of the shoulder. Nice deep breath, and out, and then coming back to center. So now we're going to lay down on our side and have the hands out in front. And so we're going to reach the arm up on the inhale and then exhale, and we're reaching open through the body. Taking a breath there and then exhaling, coming back. So you should be lined up so that your back of your head, your bottom and your heels are all in a line. And then we're exhaling and stretching open, and you're keeping your hips stacked towards the ceiling so they're not rolling back with you. And that will give you a better stretch through your chest, pecs, and spine. So we're going to do that one more time on this side, reaching up and then out. And now we're going to hold here. Straighten your underneath leg, and you can grab that leg that's on top. So now we're taking this into stretching a little more through the spine. And you're going to look at that arm that's behind you. So feeling that beautiful stretch through your pecs, through your shoulder, your chest, your spine. This is a really nice one for tension in the lower back. And then releasing and coming back to the center. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you have your arms stacked out in front. You're going to breathe in as that arm comes up, and then exhale and looking out behind you, and you're looking back at that arm, keeping your hips stacked on top of each other. Breath there, and then exhaling and coming back. So we're going to breathe in to reach the arm up. Exhale, open, feeling that beautiful stretch in the body. Breath in while you're there. And then engage your abdominals a little bit to draw the body back, and the arm just kind of flows behind you. So again, we're going to do that one more time, and we're going to hold it this time. So a breath in and out, and then lengthen your underneath leg. Grab that top leg and just gently pull it towards the floor. And you're just letting your shoulder be nice and heavy, drawing towards the floor and holding your knee in the opposite direction. Enjoying this stretch through the spine, through the back, through the chest and pecs. Taking a deep breath. And then releasing and coming back to the center of your mat. So we're going to do a little stretch for the glutes, which I absolutely love. It's a really great stretch for the lower back as well if you've got any back discomfort. So we're going to take the leg on top of so left leg on top of the right, and you're going to thread your hands through underneath that right thigh and pull that thigh towards you. Now, while you're pulling that thigh towards you, gently draw down through your tailbone. So you're drawing your tailbone down towards the floor, and you'll feel that increase the stretch. You should be feeling it around your glute area. It might feel like it goes into the hip a little bit as well, or coming down the thigh, and that's okay. Depends how tight you are. So take a deep breath here while we're holding. And then release. And we're going to swap sides. So now that right leg goes on top of the left, threading your hands through underneath the left thigh and drawing that up towards your chest. Now at the same time here, we're going to press down through the tailbone, just increasing that stretch a little bit more, feeling that into the glute, the hip, maybe even the thigh. Taking a nice deep breath while we're here. And out. You might find that one side is tighter than the other, and that's okay. It's just good to be aware of where we feel the tension in our bodies. And we're going to release that leg. Now hold onto the back of your right thigh. We're going to extend that foot up towards the ceiling and reaching the left leg long. It's hovering off the floor though, not quite touching. Now we're going to curl up through the body, so we're in a chest lift, and we're going to kick our legs 10 times to swap positions like scissors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're holding that right leg and relaxing back down. Now we're going to point and flex 10 times. You can relax that opposite leg onto the floor now. So we point and flex, point and flex. Now on the point, you're probably going to feel more stretching through the foot and the front of your lower leg and ankle. On the flex, you're probably going to feel a lot more through the hamstring and the back of the calf. It's quite a strong stretch once you flex the foot. So breathe through it. We're going to do one more point and flex. And then bend that knee, and we're going to take that leg down and swap legs. So we're bringing the other leg up, extending up towards the ceiling. Now curling up through the body, hover that right leg, and we're going to do the 10 kicks again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping your body stable, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then relaxing back down. Relax that right leg down too, and we're flexing and pointing. Feeling that strength through the stretch through the back of the leg and through the front of the foot as we point. Flex and point. And just breathing through any tension or discomfort you might be noticing with these stretches. And we're just going to do one more flex and point, and then hugging the knees in towards the chest, and just a couple of little circles there to massage out the lower back. And we're going to come up into a seated position, and we're going to come into Mermaid. So I love this Mermaid stretch for the lower back and the sides of the body. So we have one foot in front, the other foot to the side. Let's start with the right leg in front. So arms out to the side, lifting up tall through the spine, and then coming over to that right side. you're drawing your left sit bone down so that the hip's not lifting up away from the floor. We breathe in through the center and then out and stretching into the sides of the body, which feels really beautiful. Breathing in, lengthening the spine, and breathing out to stretch and drawing that sit bone down. Breathing in and out, and just make sure your shoulders aren't bunching up around your ears, that you just draw them gently down toward your hips. And then we're going to come back into sitting. Now we're going to stretch into the quad a little. So what I'm going to get you to do is pop your hands behind you and lean back. If that's enough for you, if you can feel that stretch through the thigh, you can stop there. If you want to go a little deeper, you can come down onto your elbows. And if you want to go deeper still, I don't have room, you can lay down flat on your back and have your arms out to the side. You should be feeling a really nice stretch down through the front of this thigh. And if you're not and you need more, you can squeeze your bottom and push your hip up, and that will intensify the stretch for you there. And we take a nice deep breath in and out. And then coming back up into sitting, and we're going to swap legs. So we're going to do Mermaid on the other side. So left leg in front, right leg swept around to the side, and arms are out. We're lengthening through the spine, breathing in, and then exhale and stretching over to the side. You don't have to go all the way over. It's more about getting that nice length through the spine as you come to the side and keeping your sit bones grounded. And we breathe in through the center, lengthening the spine and out. Keeping that right sit bone now drawing down towards the floor. Breathing in and out. We're going to do one more to each side. Breathing in, drawing that right sit bone down towards the floor and the shoulders just gently down towards the hips. Last one. And then we're going to do our beautiful quad stretch on this right side. So coming back to center, and you're going to lean back. Now pick your level, and you might be tighter on one side, so you go to a different level, and that's okay. So it might be the hands down. If you want to go a little deeper, you can come onto the elbows. And if you want to go deeper again, lying flat on your back with your arms out to the side. It's quite a deep stretch though. So just enjoy that, breathing through the tension, trying to feel the body just relax a little deeper with every exhale. And then if you need more, squeezing your bottom and pressing the hip upwards. Taking a nice deep breath there. And out. And then coming up into seated. So we're going to take the legs out wide. So we're going to be stretching into the groin and the inner thighs a little more. We're going to sit up really tall and then bring the arms out. We're coming over to the left. And then we're going to rotate and turn our chest towards the thigh. You might even like to hold on to the leg if you find that challenging to hold there. And then we're going to come down into the center. Still find that little bit of length in your spine. Hopefully you're not feeling like you're too hunched over. And then over to the thigh, trying to keep your opposite sit bone still grounded. And then over into our mermaid stretch, and then coming up. And we're going to go one more time, but we're going to go the other way. So we're coming back to the right, over to the thigh, feeling the hamstrings, the groin, the inner thighs, through to the center. Nice deep breath. To the other thigh, keeping that opposite sit bone grounded. And then over to the side, and then coming up. So we're going to cross our arms onto our shoulders. We're going to use our abdominals and our obliques to firm our core as we twist to the side, and then we're reaching our arms opposite pinky to opposite pinky toe. And you're reaching and twisting as much as you can, and then breathing in, coming back to center. And then breathing out, rotate, use the obliques, the abdominals, reaching pinky finger towards pinky toe, and then coming back up on the breath in. And then breathing out. and in, and out. Feel like you're reaching really long through the arms, like you're trying to reach really, really far, all the way past your toes, and then coming up on the breath in and reaching out, in and out. Feeling the abdominals and the obliques. And we're going to do one more to each side. And last one. And back. And then bringing the legs together, give them a little shake, and then we're going to finish with some roll downs. So come into a little squatted position, and then we're going to place the heels down onto the floor as we start to stretch up. Let the head be heavy, stretching through the legs, and then rolling up. There's a gentle squeeze of the glutes as you come through that position as you're rolling up. Breath in at the top, feel a length in the spine. And then exhale, drop chin to chest and start to roll down, keeping the head nice and heavy. Taking a breath in at the bottom and out. Starting to roll up gently, engaging through the glutes. Stacking the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling up. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So lengthening through the spine, standing up. Breath in, exhale, chin to chest. Rolling down. Allow your head to be heavy as it drags you with traction towards the floor. Take a breath in and out. And a gentle squeeze of the glutes as you're rolling up, supporting your lower back. And opening up. One more time. Okay, breath in. Exhale, rolling down, relaxing through the body. Let your arms just be really heavy, like dead weights hanging out of your shoulders. Taking a breath in at the bottom and out. Stacking your spine for the last time, ensuring that you find as much length as you possibly can. And we're all done.